Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss previous year questions from JEE Advance. Okay. So this question was asked in 2015 JEE Advance, right? And this was more than one option correct. Now first of all, you can see from B for wire P between elastic limit to fracture limit, this wire can undergo more deformations. While for Q, this is the elastic limit and this is the fracture limit, and the wire can go only small deformations. Therefore, the one which can go more deformations means they can be shaped more. So can I say P is more ductile than Q? This is the first inference, right? So this is incorrect. This statement is correct. If I compare the ultimate tensile stress, this is the ultimate tensile stress of P and this is the ultimate tensile stress of Q. You can definitely see ultimate tensile stress of P is more than that of Q. So this is incorrect or this is correct, right? For Young's modulus, can I say if I consider this angle as theta P and if I consider this angle as theta Q, obviously Young's modulus of P will be tan theta P. Young's modulus of Q will be tan theta Q. As theta Q is greater than theta P, tan theta Q will be greater than tan theta P. So Young's modulus of Q will be greater than Young's modulus of P. Hence, this option is incorrect. So answer to this will be option A and option B, right? So I would have marked these two as the answers. Fine. Let's move on to the next one. Now this question is from JEE Advanced 2013. Now, in this question it is said that two copper wires of given lengths. So this has a length of 2L and 2R and this has a length of L and R, right? Both are copper wires, so Young's modulus will be same. If this area I consider as A, cross-sectional area for this will have a cross-sectional area of 4A, right? We are stretching this by applying two forces F and F. Okay? Now, since the entire setup is in equilibrium, so if I draw the FBD of the two separately also they should be in equilibrium. So this will be F, this is F. So this will also be having F, this is F. Now, if I write this as wire 1 and this as wire 2, elongation in wire 1 divided by 2L is equal to force divided by cross-sectional area into Young's modulus. So delta L1 then will be FL by 2AY. Similarly, delta L2 by L is F by AY. So delta L2 will be FL by AY. This is equation 2. If I take the ratio, delta L1 by delta L2 then will be half. So ratio of elongation in the two wires will be half. If I look at the options, the ratio of elongation in thin wire to that of thick wire is asked. So please remember, thin to thick पूछा है. So it should be delta L2 by delta L1. So that should be 2. Hence be very careful about the ratios. So I would mark option C as the answer then. Right? Fine. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next question is from IT JEE 2005. Now in this question, we have to find bulk modulus of the medium, right? So we know bulk modulus is defined like this, correct? So if you look at the question, delta P is nothing but final pressure minus initial pressure. That would be this much. Should be 0.155 into 10 to the power 5. Delta V by V. So fractional change is 10%. अगर आप उसको convert करें, if you convert that into fraction, that is 0.1. So if I put the values now, okay, obviously medium का pressure delta P is more, so this should have been a negative sign here. So this will then become bulk modulus, then will have a value of this is the required answer then, and this matches with option D. Now while as external pressure has increased, obviously the object would have squeezed, and hence I am saying there would have been a decrease in volume. So delta V by V I have taken as minus 0.1. I hope this is clear to everyone, right? Let's move on to the next one. Now this particular question is from IIT JEE 2003 paper. From the graph we have to calculate Young's modulus. So we hang a weight here, and if we hang a weight here, the wire then is under these kind of forces. Therefore, from Hooke's law, stress Young's modulus into strain. Suppose I take this particular point P. So at that point W is 20. Cross-sectional area is given as 10 to the power minus 6. Delta L is 1 into 10 to the power minus 4 for that point. And length, natural length is 1 meter. So if I rearrange, this will give me 2 into 10 to the power 11 and Newton per meter square. Hence, if I look at the options, option A is the correct option, right? Let's move on to the next question. The next question then is a quite old question. It's from 1989 paper, right? And in this question, it is given that there are two having some alpha 1 modulus, Young's modulus, second one alpha 2 Young's modulus. They undergo same stress, correct? And their ratio of alpha 1 is to alpha 2 is given, that is 2 is to 3. We have to find this ratio, right? Now I have already dealt in my topic of thermal stress that stress can be written as this will be the stress developed. Now since we are talking about small changes in general, so I can say, so I can write the stress like this. So stress in the first rod then is, for the second rod it is, you want same value of stress, correct? This will be alpha 2 by alpha 1. So अगर alpha 1 by alpha 2 is 2 is to 3, so reverse will be 3 by 2. Hence if I look at the options given, it will be option C. right? It will be option C. Okay. We'll now move on to the next question. Now, this question is from 1998 IIT JEE paper. It is given that ideal gas is at pressure P, absolute temperature T, the isothermal bulk modulus of the gas. So can I say isothermal means PV equal to a constant. I will differentiate this with respect to V. So it will be कांस्टेंट का डिफरेंशिएशन 0. अगर हम इसको रीअरेंज करें तो ऐसे रीअरेंज कर सकते हैं, ध्यान दीजिएगा. This side is nothing but this is the bulk modulus definition. So can I say bulk modulus is equal to P? Hence the correct answer should be option B. Right? Let's move on to the next question then. There are 4 wires all made up of same material which will have the largest extension when same tension is applied. Largest extension when same tension is applied. So can I say or better if I express this in terms of diameter. So delta L will be this being a constant. So delta L will be proportional to L by D square. It will be proportional to L by D square. तो जिसका भी L by D square मैक्सिमम होगा उसी में एक्सटेंशन भी मैक्सिमम होगा, राइट? सो दिस L by D square, if I write, it will be L by half का square, so it will be 200. This L by D will be, D square will be 100. This L by D square will be 200 by 4, which is 50. And this L by D square will be 300 by 9, which is 100 by 3. So can I say maximum is for the first option, and hence our answer should be A. Correct? So we had these much questions from the previous years of JEE for now, right? We'll try to incorporate more questions in subsequent videos. Thank you, everyone.